I have goblins. That's right.
Anvil of War! Rick's Hobby Hut!
Welcome to the studio, guys. This episode, along with future episodes going forward, is going to be a little bit of a different format. Reason being is it's a lot easier for me to have a conversation with you about the process I go through in painting instead of me sitting there going instead of throwing out what I'm thinking at the time and the techniques that I'm using. It allows me to collect my thoughts a little bit more, and for continuity's sake, it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to understand and have the conversation with me instead of sitting there seeing my hands on camera. Not to say that I'm not going to have any of the painting cut out of this. It's still going to be in there. It's just for engagement's sakes, we're going to be talking like this from now on. So around Halloween, I got the idea of painting some Underworld Night Vault, specifically Zarbag's Gitz, to play with Owen and the guys, and because I don't have a lot of time on my hands, and I don't want to work on any big armies for AOS right now. So stepping into the Warhammer Underworlds side of things is just easy to get in and easy to play. So I picked it up, and I'm going with the theme of pumpkin goblins because I got them around Halloween. So today I'm going to be showing you specifically how I went ahead and I've painted the clothing, and I've achieved this kind of pumpkin-y color on the models. So the three colors that you're going to need today are going to be Jakara Orange, Fire Dragon Bright, and Troll Slayer Orange. That's it. So I've already gone ahead and primed the model in Chaos Black. And what I'm going to be using now is the Jakara Orange, and I've thinned it out using airbrush flow improver from Vallejo Game Air to work it through my airbrush. If you don't have an airbrush and you want to achieve this same technique, go ahead, just use a very a heavy dry brush, whereas by heavy dry brush what I mean is you're going to leave more paint on the dry brush than you would normally leave on to get that effect. And what you're going to do is you're just going to do a hard dry brush up and down the model. But as far as my application process, as I'm using the airbrush at a 45-degree angle, spraying over the model, giving a nice even coat. I'm not going for any crazy gradients or anything. I'm just literally pretty much giving it a base tone color in this process. Once I finish with that, I go ahead and I just wash the entire model with Agrax Earthshade. If you have gone ahead and done the heavy dry brush, like I said already, this step you can use Nuln Oil instead of our Agrax Earthshade. It's going to give you a more contrast in the crevices against the highlights once it dries. Once dried, I've gone back and I've laid out my Jakara Orange once again on my palette, as you can see, and I've thinned it out to a glaze consistency. And what I'm doing is I'm just going back in, I'm reestablishing the highlights on the model, where I see what you're looking for is shapes also. Let me be very specific when I say that, and you're probably thinking, what do you mean by shapes that I'm looking for? When the shade dries and you look at a model, you can see the shade from dark to mid-tone to the highlight. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for basically where the mid-tone and highlight are, and I'm going back in and I'm putting in the Jacaro orange in that area. Very thin layer. Like I said, I'm using a glaze, not doing a very a layer consistency. I'm doing a glaze consistency just to reestablish that. Once done with the Jacaro orange, I'm going to go back in with the Troll Slayer orange. It's a little bit of a brighter orange to give it a little bit more pop to it. And I'm going to go exactly the same places I went with the Jacaro orange, but I'm going to add a little bit more to the outer, more concentrated. I'm not going to go all the way out to where the midtones were with the Jacaro. It's going to be more concentrated to where the highlights are, as you can see as the process goes on here. Once I've finished with the Troll Slayer orange, our final highlight, and we're only going to do this in select areas, we're going to go back in with the final highlight of Fire Dragon Bright. And I'm just looking for the areas that I want to draw a little bit more attention to, like at the edges of the cloth itself, and then certain areas just to give it a little bit more of that pop. We're not doing the GW white dot here and there. We don't need that. We're not going for that. We just want a really nice smooth cloth we just want a really nice smooth contrasty cloth. Once that's done, all that's left is to finish the entire model, and this is what you end up with. That does it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll have a look at them. Until next time, keep your paint on the palette, and let's keep this mini train rolling.